I know.
I think she's but she's
He was at one day, there was kittens under the pallet, and so, when he took her, and he asked, if you bring her away, then I'll take you home. Three of them scattered and one area out there, so for the man, the gentleman, that was what he got.
So that's my homemade one. Oh, is that the one the magnets was flying on? Well, the other magnets I had, they were about that big around, like that long. And I tried gluing to it, and everything I did, it just flew off. And I had it on 12 volt, and now I go to the 6 volt with them ones. Them ones weren't so good. Pretty good. I don't know how long it run on a 6 volt battery.
Okay, y'all, are you ready?
That's where I put it.
Ready, round two.
Well, it's 12 volt.
Well, now we know your name.
It was the only way I could get it to slow down.
I've been in there so many times that of course everybody at work said.
That would work. Don't look too hateful, I mean. It looks like a fan in the middle, you know, if you look close and see the blue in the magnets.
Company through that has this fascination, bordering on obsession with photo albums. Not even kidding, there are photo albums everywhere. She was so concerned about taking pictures, and putting them into these albums, and she's got stacks of them. That's the biggest thing that I get. It's just that she wants to capture every single moment, and that it's very important to her. So is anybody ready with the journal? Okay. It's not just one or two, but it is like boxes upon boxes full of albums.
Video cameras came out, it was the cameras. Video cameras.
like she was constantly taking pictures, constantly putting them in albums, like showing them to people, like she was just, like, here, look at the pictures, here, look at the pictures. You have them.
And we show them all the time.
And they're from years back. Yes, this is a long time. This is a long time. Black and whites, I mean, from when cameras first started really coming out. And you can see, and she was very organized with them too. I mean, they were dated, they were in order, and she prided herself in these things too. So she wants you to know that she appreciates that you take care of them and that they're not stuck in a box somewhere, that you are enjoying them, because that was what the point was anyway. She wanted these to be enjoyed and to remember things. I feel like she had some memory issues at the end of her life. And so she said this was her way of being able to have memories when she didn't have memories, that she couldn't remember things, but she knew it happened because she could see the picture in front of her. But this was something that she was very passionate about. She's still very passionate about that. So she is acknowledging that you have those and that she appreciates that and she likes that. She said that she wants you to make sure that you capture those memories and you make sure that you don't let things slip by, that you pay attention and you notice and you appreciate, that you live in the moment, that you spend time with people. Were you not there when she passed?
I wasn't, she was.
You weren't? Okay. She says that you need to stop feeling guilty for not being there. That it's okay.
I was in for, I was doing, I had to go to work then.
She says she's not upset with you. She's not. And then she understands that you have been holding on to this for too long.
20 years.
She said that it's kids, you have to know that it's okay, and that she's not upset with you.
I told her to wait until I got back. And she wouldn't. She wouldn't wait.
No, because she didn't want you to see that, didn't want you to have that memory. She didn't want to do that to you.
They were paging me when I walked into work that morning. And when I was going home, the coroner's little car was in front. I got there before they took her out of the house.
She says that it's okay. Let that go. But she wants you to appreciate this as well. And she's been waiting for a long time to talk to you. She's proud of you.
Oh Lord, and when they put her on the ground, I just this voice here, screaming, I want to go dig her up. And some of the picture taken. Okay, so give me the blessing she's going to do to us, because
She's not. She's not.
that's not like her.
She says it's not about that, that this is more important. That stuff probably didn't matter. I mean, it did, but it doesn't. And that this is a lot more important. You know, next time we'll cover that. And this right now, we're gonna leave it.
Well, she knows they were in the colony.
Prepare me now.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Okay, so I get a couple together, husband and wife, who were married for a long time. I want to say like 50 or 60 years. I mean, it's been a long time. They were together at a young age, and they stayed together through their entire life. It wasn't very long in between their passings. One went, and then it was a short time, and then the other followed. I get an accent, like, I don't know what accent it is, but it's not here, it's a different country. They're both on the shorter side, like physically, they're not very tall, they're both pretty short. Very sweet, very compassionate, very mild-mannered, very strong Catholic faith that they did. They may not have went to mass every week, but they really stood strong in their faith. They had a big family, but towards the end of their existence here, they felt like people didn't really pay much attention to them. That they didn't visit, they got too busy with life, that they didn't call, that there were a lot of times that they would go weeks without hearing from somebody, and it was heartbreaking for them. Because they never imagined that life would end up like that. And so they don't want to be forgotten. They feel like they were being forgotten in life, and they don't want to be forgotten now. They wanted to give to their family. They moved there. Their family lives here, in the United States, because there were opportunities. They wanted to give more opportunities to their family and give them a better life than what they had, because it was not easy for them. Getting Italian, Spanish, something along those lines.
We hear Spanish and Italian, but our grandparents didn't die
Close
together.
together.
Is everything else line up?
Very similar.
How long was it between their passings? A long time.
Grandma died in '76.
He was Spanish and she was Italian.
Well, I mean, Spanish and Italian, it's very
And they
close.
both spoke very,
They smoked all of
and
the
they spoke,
languages.
they had very thick accents.
Words like shorter, smaller, like physically, and Catholic. So everything is the same except for the time in between their passings. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that's probably them, just because that is very specific, and to have everything else line up. And it could be that symbolically, they felt like the time was just a remnant of what it was before. And so a lot of times people give up hope and they just kind of, you know, part of them goes with them when you spend that much time together with someone. There's not any, I don't get any message, I don't get any specific message, but it's just getting an acknowledgement and knowing that they're okay, that they're here, and they just wanted to say hello, just to show you that they're still here. They're very sweet. They're both very sweet, strong, very strong. Okay, so, getting older gentleman, I feel like he had a stroke, and I think he was, weakened, very weakened. It's confusing to me because it's like the stroke had such an impact and effect on his life, but it didn't cause his passing immediately after he had a stroke. That it was maybe 2 months, and that there was also an aneurysm that happened, and so it was like different things kept happening. Every few months there would be something that happened, and then another few months and something happened, and to the point that he was just incoherent, and he couldn't speak, he couldn't move, he was in a hospital, and it was just one of those situations where it had to stop. But he was his humor was a little bit off. Like a pull my finger kind of humor. That was the kind of personality he had. Very funny, very tell you stories about when he was younger and about things that he would do in his lifetime. And just, he had so many stories, and he would tell you them over and over and over again, but he didn't care if you already heard it. He was still going to tell you. It didn't matter. He was still going to tell you. But very, I hate to say, well, I'm just going to say it, very racist. He had very limited, he was not open-minded at all. He grew up in a time where it was socially acceptable that white people and black people should be separated from one another. Like, this was the time frame that he grew up in. And I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody, either way, but this was the part of his life that he grew up in. This was a very defining personality and character trait that he had. Towards the end of his life, that changed, that he didn't hold on to those views anymore. Things were different because a lot of the people that helped save his life and took care of him, he would have never imagined there would be somebody to take care of him, and so things changed and his perspective changed. He had a bigger understanding of life and appreciated the people that were given to him to cross his path. He just wanted to say that he was wrong in treating people disrespectfully throughout his lifetime, for not giving them an opportunity to get to know them, but just judging them, that he shouldn't have done that. That's what he was taught, but he's not using that as an excuse, that he's accountable for his choices and that he wishes he could change it. He can't change it now, but he wishes that he would have been different. And And he says if nobody wants to own up to him, that's okay, he understands.
Do you see what type of work you did?
The only thing I get is like very rough hands, like a hard worker, very hands-on. I don't know if it was like a farmer or like somebody that did a lot of heavy like manual labor. He was like a laborer.
It could possibly be our father. He never was a racist. He had black friends that he drank with and hurt with all the times, but I do believe he probably thought